Harihi, 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 Om Tat Sat, Jaya Guru. I would like all of us to recite our auspicious monosyllable Om 3 times. I particularly mean by this chorus recitation today that every citizen of India has to reinforce his will, his wish. He must have a very powerful mind which is very national and also universal. More than anything else, the mind and the intelligence should be nationalized of all citizens of this country. And as a citizen of the country, everyone has a great obligation. In order to fulfill this national obligation, sufficient will and wish are necessary. The one way of generating wish and will is by practicing this Omkara, which is actually linking the mind with the sound, prana with the sound. Everything depends upon our prana and also the mind. So this is one way of inculcating greater and greater will and also discrimination. So let us do it together 3 times. Feel that the recitation should spread upon the whole earth, showering its benedictions on all creatures. Harihi, Harihi. Blessed children of Bharat, one more Independence Day has come. We have passed quite a number of years, more than 75 years after the country gained independence in 1947. I think at least on the Independence Day, people should remind themselves as to why the country became independent, what was the objective of those who strove for independence by gaining the control of the country in the hands of our own people. What was wrong when the British people were ruling us? And what is now the benefit that we are ruling the country? Have we achieved everything that was necessary? If not, why not? Where are we lacking the will, the wish, and the discrimination? This kind of an examination should be constantly done if the independent India has to sustain itself with all the aspirations achieved progressively. Our main complaint was that British was taking away all the resources and the benefits of the resources from our country. People used to say that they were looting India. We wanted to stop this. When they gave us independence in 1947 and later on we became republic in 3 years, the destiny of the country was totally in the hands of our own people here. Have we achieved whatever we wanted to achieve? Are we progressing sufficiently well, satisfactorily, for our own pride and for the acclaim of the whole world? This is a question that everybody should take up. We were complaining that the British government was robbing us. Now, after we became independent, the country became prosperous, we had our own national wealth, GDP was increasing, etc. What is it that we hear? A lot of our wealth has been illegally moved from the country and it is being kept in the foreign banks safely. Our country is not able to do anything to get the money back. Sometimes during elections, the electoral parties say that we will bring. You can bring something belonging to you, but this is held by other countries. How are you going to bring? Is it so easy? For everything, India should become more resourceful and the world should start recognizing us as a power to reckon with. I am hearing that very soon India will become the third economic power, if it is so well and good. Why is it that we are kept out of the UN Security Council? Should not India, with the population it has, with the democratic processes which are at work here, should we not be admitted to the Security Council? Why is it that we are not able to get that position? Because it is something to be sanctioned by others. Others will listen to us, will look at us properly only when we become resourceful in their evaluations. For that, what should be done? Our productivity should be more, our skills and merits should be more, our administration should be sufficiently creditable. I am surprised that a chief minister of one of the states in the country who was put in prison, especially for, it is with regard to money, that the court has given him bail, and then the Supreme Court clearly says that there is no law in the country whereby a chief minister or a minister is prevented from continuing to be on the chair when a case is proceeding against him. So what is our constitution? What is the meaning of the constitution? Is it possible for criminal charges to be filed and completed in a day or a month? It will take sometimes years, decades, 50, a golden jubilee may pass. So what is the meaning in arresting somebody? When a man is arrested, he is arrested for criminal charges. So has there been sufficient ground to at least arrest him on criminal charges? If there is a bill and a statute which asks the Home Department to take action against a criminal and charge him, does it not have a value? It may be right or wrong. But if somebody is suspected to be, especially under police investigation, etc., is it not sufficient for him to be disallowed from ruling the country? There is an oath that is being taken at the time of assuming a minister's role. That oath says that I promise a free and fair administration. What is fair administration? He is under a cloud. Our chief minister has been put in prison for quite a number of months or for a few months. And after that he has come out and the chief minister was saying, I will rule from within the prison. I really don't understand. So what is our constitution? Is it a foolproof constitution? A tight constitution, I am wondering. So we have become independent, but somehow we are not able to realize the value of independence and rule the country to ensure the objectives of independence. At least once in a year, on the day of independence, I think there must be some machinery by virtue of which every citizen is told about the meaning, purpose and value of independence. It's not enough if a flag is hoisted, at least we are doing that much. But what about nationalizing the minds of people, the intellects of people? The principal of a college, against whom a lot of suspicion and charges were there. People forced him to resign. Now the next day, the chief minister gives him an elevated position. The case went to the Calcutta High Court, and the High Court says he should go on leave. What leave? Long leave. Are we not ashamed to be part of the whole administrative process in the whole country? We don't deserve a better administration. Are we to be ruled by thugs and people who support them? We hear a lot of talk about mafia groups operating here and there. They operate in such a powerful manner that no elected government can be any challenge to them. Citizens cannot do anything. We can maximum defend ourselves. When somebody comes to attack us, we can beat him back. The laws also provide, if you happen to murder your opponent when he comes to attack you, even then it is legal. That much we can do. But can we do anything with regard to an organized mafia group? What is police supposed to do? They alone have the authority to take anybody into custody, question him day and night, and try to arrive at the facts and truths of any kind of a case. So do we not deserve a better police system, a better administrative system, a better electoral system, and a better rule? I think every citizen of the country should raise this question, and he should oblige the people in power to answer. In Bangladesh, what happened? It is all tolerance, 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 I agree. But there will come a time when the tolerance will cease to exist and mutiny will overtake. This is the law of nature. What happened in Bangladesh? The student community was in the Supreme Court lawns, and they are asking the Chief Justice of Bangladesh to resign, giving him a time limit. It is those people who ask the Prime Minister to resign and get away from the country. They also said a number of other judges of the Supreme Court will have to resign. Similarly, other officers also. Who is asking? Students. From where? From the Supreme Court lawns. This is what people will do when they are forced to a crisis. I am wondering whether we Indians want our country also to be driven to such lawlessness and anarchy. When a trouble is brewing, it has to be taken into account immediately and gone into deeply, gauging the potential and possibility involved, and right action has to be taken. If you don't take right action, tomorrow or the day after, it will rise to such huge proportions that no organized government will be able to control it. This is a fact of the human society. We are not animals. Animals are bodily stronger, but poor animals do not have the power of articulation and the power of thinking, but we have. We are law-abiding, everything is all right, but there will come a time when law enforcement machinery is not able to deliver the goods for the people. There will come a time when people will start in resistance. Yesterday at night, the women of West Bengal, all of them had come out to the streets. Can you imagine? Women coming to the streets at night? Has it ever happened? Somehow, if matters become quiet, no government should keep quiet at all. Why is it that the women of India, who are known for their patience and tolerance, how is it that they were exhorted to, compelled to, come to the streets at night, remain there for the whole day? What does it indicate? There is a great restlessness in the country which is brewing, and I am very much concerned about what is going to be the influence of Bangladesh development in the large Indian community. I am very much concerned. I am a nationalist, and my nationalism is founded on spirituality, unless founded on political loyalty to the country. We are happy that we are born in India, we want to live in India, and we want to drop our bodies in India. I am a great lover of this country. My nationalism cannot be matched with the nationalism of any other ordinary people, especially the political people. The longest political party, how old it is, and how old is the culture that flows in my system, which I represent, and for the sake of which, propelled by which, inspired by which, I took up sannyasa, means left every possession I had. Even now we don't have any possession at all, our ashramites. What is it that inspired us to do it? It is the love for the culture of the land. And this culture was evolved and preserved right from the prehistoric times immemorial. Nobody will be able to say when it started, because our original culture was only voiced. Everything about it was uttered, and the followers heard it and learned. Nothing was written. Writing came much later. So you won't be able to find out the origin of our cultural evolution. We represent that. So our patriotism is very strong, deep and wholesome. Every drop of blood in my body is actually vibrating and reverberating with the love for the nation. I am very much concerned by what is happening in the country. How long can we allow this? Are our women supposed to come to the streets, especially at night? For what? Certainly the law and justice have not been administered. That was the reason. The Supreme Court had to say, against the ruling of the Chief Minister, that the principal should go on long leave. What is this? Is our administration to pass such orders which will be always quashed by the courts? Are they not intelligent? Are they not loyal to the country? After all, who framed the Constitution? And who are writing and preparing all our bills and enactments? Everything is done by our administrative system. So our administrators are quite intelligent, quite experienced. They can do things in a very foolproof manner when they want. What is the sabotage that is going on in the country? I don't think anybody can tolerate it. I am already 92 years old. I have some physical ailments also. Otherwise, I always feel like going to the streets and raising the voice of the nation, voice of the people. It's not enough if you read the newspaper and talk to your friend over the telephone, over a cup of tea. Democracy will triumph only when the people are constantly at vigil. Anything to be protested has to be protested in a public manner, especially in the way of a demonstration. Anything to be demanded will have to be demanded in the open. And such protests and demands, when they come up, it is for the intelligence of the country to take note of it, report it to the authorities, and the authorities should take immediate action. They cannot have a sense of complacency in the matter. I think, what is this? It is very appalling, very dejecting, very frightening, very unsettling for a good citizen of this country. So I think this Independence Day is very, very important. Whatever we did not think over the past year, one should think at least a percentage of it today. Let us know why we became independent and the objectives of the independence have we gained. Are we on the right track? Why is the money going out of the country in illegal ways? Can we not stop them? If there is any lacuna in the legal system, should we not look into it and set it right as soon as possible? The people should be exhorted about this emergent need. Our people are still wise, though they are poor. This is a country where a prime minister like Indira Gandhi was defeated in her own constituency by people. I don't think anywhere else in the whole world it has happened. So you cannot just discard our people. Our people are very resourceful, very powerful also. See what has happened in Bangladesh? The students are demanding resignations. And including the Prime Minister, everybody had to simply heed the call. What is this? Should we drive situations to such a level? Then what for is intelligence in man? What for is democratic election in the country? It is a very good election where representatives are elected by the people. With the help of the administration, can we not run the country in a peaceful manner so that the ordinary man will not have any complaint against it? Everywhere is the talk of mafia. There is also the talk of foreign interference by making funds available. In an independent India, can all these thrive? My dear nationals, I am very much concerned about the impending anarchical situation taking over many places in India. Let the country remain strong. Let the boundaries not contract in any manner. They should remain as they are. And whatever is necessary to ensure the solidarity and cohesion of the nation should be done. This should be a call for all the people of India, irrespective of whatever political loyalties and leanings they have. I am talking as a national of the country and to the nationals of the country, not to anybody else. It is for us to become strong, resourceful. When we stand together, I don't think anybody can oppose us, and we have the spiritual power. You know, our minds, our austerities can work even in dangerous political situations. I know it very well, but I am not speaking about it because nobody is ready for it. Everything does not depend upon matter and material weapons. Mind is greater than matter. So the sankalpas, especially the austerity that is raised by the mind, can defend us and offend our enemies when times of need arise. Become conscious of all these. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Jai Guru. Jai Guru. Jai Guru.